Cardinal Lucius. The mere mention of his name made men shiver and fall silent. Although it was never mentioned openly, rumor had it he pursued his interests with merciless rigor. Is this why the Emperor gave him command of the crusade? Or had Lucius acquired his powers by more sinister means? While the whole world was wondering what the Cardinal was planning, he was already thinking of building a harbor from which the massive army would soon set sail for the Orient to seize the Promised Land.
I bestow on you the honor of building the harbor for my Crusader army. The fleet will set sail from there, and with God's blessing, will vanquish the faithless enemy.
But my lord, you only have me to thank that the preparations have run so smoothly up to now. Allow me, your loyal servant, to take care of everything from now on.
So be it, in the name of God. From now on, I am making you personally responsible for everything, Caucus. Make sure that the fleet is soon ready to depart.
You heard the Cardinal. I have the say here. But don't worry. There will be enough menial tasks I can entrust you with. What are you standing around here for? Why don't you build a warehouse where we can store the goods to build the harbor?
I still have a few crates of tools in storage. Do come by, and I'll be happy to sell some to you. This crusade is such a cross to bear. If I now have to set aside men and materials for forecasts, it'll throw the building of the cathedral back weeks, even months. The Emperor talked incessantly about friendly relations with the Orient. And now we're going into war against the...
I hope you find what you're looking for.
The Emperor talked incessantly about friendly relations with the Orient. And now we're going into war against the Saracens. This is indeed curious. The Emperor talked incessantly about friendly relations with...
Just a little something for the journey, and we'll get going.
Crusade? Pah! I know enough peaceful ways of converting the unbelievers, with good food and a hearty draught. But then again, who asks my opinion?
The preparations for the crusade have been very successful, but my band of knights is larger than I had ever imagined. I need linen garments. They should all have new clothing before we set off.
I bought your delivery. Huh. What won't we do in the name of brotherly love?
Marvelous. Do you think you could sell me the surplus from the stone production for my cathedral? Only once the harbour is completed, of course. This crusade is such a cross to bear. You must help me with this matter.
You've done it at last. Great. Perhaps we can finally start building the actual harbor now?
Forecast's mood darkens with every minute the harbour construction is delayed. You'd better commission a ship to move goods from one place to another more quickly. Marvelous. Extracting iron ore is the first important stage in iron production.
It is done. The Crusader ship is finished. May God protect this ship and bless all those who are prepared to fight for the true faith.
So, you're working on the first tools. That's wonderful. You produce ropes for shipbuilding. And wood. The only thing missing now is the shipyard. Here! There's enough space for it on the coast of your island.
If a harbour is to be suitable for a Crusader army, it must have a harbour master's office. Well, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation?
The charcoal burner has started work already. Marvelous. The way Forecast treats us all is scandalous. Practically all of my ships have been requisitioned for the Crusade, and I am the Emperor's cousin. Is it true? Have you brought the stone for the Imperial Cathedral? Thank you so much. If you can spare any more stone, I'll happily take it off your hands.
Production has been disrupted.
Splendid. The first ship can soon be launched.
Ship ready.
What a magnificent ship. And always a good few inches of water under the keel.
Very well. I'll set off immediately.
Ship ready.
Crusade? Pah! I know enough peaceful ways of converting the unbelievers. With good food and a hearty draft. But then again, who asks my opinion?
So, the captain has received his instructions. Wonderful. Now you can call.
Here, your goods.
Ah, wonderful. I see your iron smelter is completed.
Ship ready.
crusade? Pah!
Praise the Lord! Have you finally brought me this clothing is wonderful, thank you so much! Dear God, so many knights want to accompany me to the Promised Land. I must build more ships immediately. I beg you, help me with this important quest. Will you submit to God's will? God bless you. Now I can build more ships. I would like to thank you appropriately.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
Good things come to those who wait. I'd better view the building to assure myself personally that everything is shipshape. While you have been taking ages to build the Harbour Master's office, I have been gathering supplies. But this warehouse is much too small. It must be upgraded immediately.
It is done. The Crusader ship is finished. May God protect this ship and bless all those who are prepared to fight for the true faith.
How is that warehouse upgrade progressing? Do I have to say everything twice? How is that warehouse upgrade progressing? Do I have to say everything twice? How is that warehouse upgrade progressing? Do I have to say everything twice? What? You call that an expansion? The storerooms are hardly bigger than before. This is totally unacceptable. We need storehouses to store the goods. You can see the size of my Crusader army and the amount of supplies needed. Get a move on. What are you waiting for? If you don't build this tavern soon, the knights will start rampaging over the land.
I accept this trade.
Production has been disrupted. There is a lack of company in your settlement.
Ah, good.
Well, this dive doesn't look particularly inviting. Well, this dive...
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
How delightful.
Ship ready.
Don't start sniffing around here. You would only overtax your simple little mind with matters far too complex for you to understand.
If there's anything else I can help you with,
Shipbuilding completed.
There you are. I knew you could do it. At last I can store provisions and equipment here. You say the harbor is completed? I better...
It is done. The Crusader ship is finished. May God protect this ship and bless all those who are prepared to fight for the true faith.
The harbor construction could certainly have been completed much more quickly. Well, we still have much to do. From now on, you will help me with the rest of the preparations.
God be praised. You have completed the harbor. My captains are already under orders to assemble the vanguard of the Crusader fleet there.
It's incredible how many knights are prepared to take up arms for God and their fatherland. I immediately need more ships to transport them all to the Promised Land. Get them for me. I have asked the best armorers in the Empire to come to equip the Crusader army with new weapons. And I expect you to provide the iron required immediately.
One of my ships was damaged during the crossing. A sign from God that all the ships must be ship-shape again before we set off for the Orient.
But of course.
There is a lack of
We need that repair crane. I won't set sail until all the ships in the Crusader fleet are seaworthy.
Ship ready.
Our Lady Madame d'Artois had barely left the city when chaos descended here. It's like purgatory. So many people have left. So many people have moved away since Madame d'Artois set off for the Orient. She'll be so disappointed if she returns to find her hometown empty. I beseech you, help me spare her this humiliation. The city has been deserted since Our Lady left. You need only go to the marketplace. It's as quiet as the grave.
The mob is on the brink of torching your settlement. Your people cannot fulfill their need for faith.
Let's shake on it.
Your people are longing for company.
You see, most of them have left already. Oh, and merely because Madame d'Artois has gone to war.
The mob is on the brink of torching your settlement.
How splendid!
Shipbuilding completed.
You've got a good deal there.
I've named one of my children after you.
Mm-hmm.
Your people are longing for company.
We need that repair crane. I won't set sail until all the ships in the Crusader fleet are seaworthy. You have complied with God's wishes. Now all of these ships will be able to make the long voyage to the Orient in perfect condition.
I'd be happy to help you.
Now that the harbour is completed, you should perhaps reconsider your transport routes and issue new orders to the captain.
News from the Cardinal. We are setting sail. I shall lead these ships eastward to shake the very foundations of this spurious faith. Don't worry, we will meet again soon. The angels have promised.
Keep your nose out of matters that don't concern you. What happens on board these ships is my business and mine alone. Do you hear? Keep your nose out of matters.
Aha!
Production has been disrupted.
I like it. Superb.
You do your best for the people of this town, and yet it seems to me that only the old and sick have returned. In the name of all that's holy, where are the children?
I'd be happy to help you.
Don't start sniffing around here. Well, this is a start anyway. Maybe you will manage to completely satisfy my request eventually. Ah, are you bringing me that iron at last? Is this of purest quality? We don't want the knight's blades to break when they confront the enemy.
If there's anything else I can help you with,
This crusade is such a cross to bear.
you must help me with this matter.
I thank you from the bottom of my heart for looking after our city. Also,
Is it true? Have you brought the stone for the Imperial? Thank you so much.
A good deal is always a welcome change. Top notch.
This crusade is such a cross.
I accept this trade. You must help me with this matter.
The way Forecast treats us all is scandalous. Practically all of my ships have been requisitioned for the crusade, and I am the Emperor's cousin. Is it true? Have you brought... Thank you so much.
You don't need to worry about these ships anymore. Good. Cardinal Lucius will be extremely pleased with my work.
Did you notice how secretively Guy Forecast was behaving? I get the strange feeling that there's something fishy about this crusade.
Aha!
Aha! A toolmaker's workshop. Of course, I'm right to assume that you built it to supply the Crusaders. In that case, I await your delivery. You have not been much help to me so far.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
Let's shake on it.
Have you finally brought those tools? And have you carried out the quest with great diligence? At last, we will soon set sail. Order everyone aboard. Cardinal Lucius will join us later when we are assembled at the border of the Oriental realm.
I've heard some worrying rumors about this crusade. These shoddily built ships. I dare not speak out loud. We must talk in private.
Hurry up and cast off! The bawling from those brats is utterly unbearable. They should be grateful that they are able to contribute to this crusade.